What's up? What's up? What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Pits podcast. Hold on, what was that pop up on the screen now?
It was me.
Oh,
That was probably my recording thing.
technical difficulties. What's up? What's up? What's up, y'all? Welcome to the Pits podcast. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. This is where we give our opinions on what's going on in pop culture. Of course, always keep it real about our journeys and what's going on in our lives. 100% always must and forever stay true to ourselves. There's no other way to do it. With that being said, step right on in. This is a safe space for you, but not your mess, including our own. Let's jump right into it. Y'all, welcome back. Like I said, I just want to give a shout out to everybody that interacts with us on IG. Twitter be a little slow and a little shaky because we are busy people and have lives and things to do and things going on. So keeping track of one social media outlet is plenty. So thank y'all for engaging with us on IG. Those of you, I keep hearing feedback that y'all love watching it on YouTube versus listening. That's cool too. But hey, if you ain't doing nothing, just go ahead over there on your little phone or your little whatever you got. Just press play on Spotify or wherever you listen to your podcast and just get those views up and things. Comment, like, share, subscribe, all of that stuff. By now, you should know where to find us. If you're new, we on IG at the_pits_podcast. And from there, you can hit the link in the bio and find everything that you need to know about us and what's going on. Okay.
Oh, shout out to Lucretia Jokes. Because she has been supporting. She loves the show. And shout out to Cretia. Because I often think about when she learned all of Sierra choreography and she used to bust that shit out at the school day. Lucretia used to kill that shit.
I don't know Lucretia, but I like her already. Thank you, Lucretia, for watching. We appreciate you, girl. Was it a 1-2 step or was it a girl? Which one was it?
It was 1-2 step. It was goody. Promise.
So she learned Sierra's discography.
Yes, Lucretia was love her.
Choreography. Got it. Okay, I like her. Go ahead, go off. KD girl, you up there?
Sorry about that. Supposed to be somewhere right now, and I forgot about that too. But what's popping, yo? What's popping? How everybody's doing today?
Honestly, good. Just hot. I'm hot as hell. Like, if y'all can see it, if y'all watching this on YouTube, I'm in a tank. I'm sweaty. I feel sticky. I need another shower. I hate going outside.
Won't Mississippi do it to you? I'm good too. I actually woke up like feeling great and grand. I mean, if y'all follow me on IG, y'all know I was really feeling myself this morning. But yes, just feeling myself today. A couple of compliments from really important people at work. So it was, it was everything. It is hot. It was like a good 113 here today. But at least we not sweating and feeling like we gotta take a shower every 15 minutes. But we good. How you doing, girl?
Good. I am. I'm good.
Ooh, not filled to the brim.
Can't complain.
But you hot.
You
can't complain, girl, because you lost track of your schedule today, so there's nothing to complain about.
I did.
You can sleep all day.
No.
Okay. Okay.
As y'all can see, we're missing to our girl, Miss Phoenix, no Jean Grey. Mamas has started back working and things of that nature, so she'll probably be in, possibly every other week. We might switch around our little recording schedule or something to make sure that she's, here more so than not. So, and our girl, Miss E. Kane, she might pop in a little later, and I'm gonna let her give you the news that's going on in her and her man's life, because that's not my place. But mama got big things popping, so she had to, dip out for a little bit. But she might hop in and pay us a little visit, let us know what's going on over there, in the sports world of things, Black excellence,
That is what's up.
With that being said, let's go ahead and jump right off into our segment, newly named. Katie,
what's poppin'? That's the name that we have. What's poppin'?
What's poppin'? What's poppin'? What's poppin'? What's poppin' is our segment where we jump into pop culture, what's going on social media, the mess of the world. So let's get right into it today. This first one is not mess, but I must make a mention. Happy 4th birthday to Sir and Rumi. Okay. The fact that Beyonce be showing us all the things and also telling us nothing at the exact same time is a skill set that I just feel like no other artist has, because it's been 4 years till she gave birth to those twins. But I forget mama went on tour right after, per usual. So it feels like it hasn't been that long ago, but they're 4.
You know what? Now that I'm realizing something, if you Beyonce and you can keep your kids and yourself under the radar, what are the rest of y'all doing?
What? Why are the rest of y'all complaining about the paparazzi, complaining about the media, complaining because Lil Baby has said something about your record 16 years ago? To be Beyonce, like I said, it's a skill to show us what we think is everything, and at the same time show us nothing.
Nothing at all.
And we stay satisfied and our thirst quenched. So yes, happy birthday to them babies. Next on my list. I wasn't gonna say nothing, wasn't gonna talk about this really, but it just keeps popping up every couple of weeks. Everybody's jumping on this bandwagon, especially now that Trump's out of office.
Wow.
Chrissy Teigen. People keep coming forth complaining about Chrissy Teigen, about her bullying and harassing on Twitter has made them feel some type of way, has caused them to want to commit suicide, has affected them gravely. And to this, I say, yes, bullying is wrong. Nobody should be bullying anybody. But Chrissy, and I mean, this is not an excuse, mama has been a troll on the interwebs. That's nothing new. Granted, she shouldn't be out here trying to intentionally hurt people, which I do not think that was her intent, was to actually hurt anybody. Come on in the room. Come on in the chat. We have somebody that I wasn't even expecting today. What's T girl? When she pops up, y'all will see. But like I was saying, so Chrissy Teigen and this bullying thing. So recently, Michael Costello, which is a designer, I think most famed from Project Runway, and then he is the one that designed the red lace dress for Beyonce that year at the Grammys, I believe, with the short curly bob, he designed that dress.
Oh, the see-through.
Yes, the see-through moment. Hey, Miss Phoenix girl. What's going on, girl?
Nothing much.
I told the people you were at work saving lives, girl, but it looks like you was just taking a nap. Either way, girl, naps save lives. So
thank you.
Okay, let's I feel like we need to pause for a second. Miss Phoenix, how are you today?
Right, how are you?
I changed clothes. Great. Thank you.
How are you feeling today? What's going on?
Pretty good. I mean, I'm gonna work out, do a little razzle dazzle on the skates, but
yes, we can't wait.
Got skates too, boo.
Oh yeah.
I got some skates too. Oh.
Okay.
Y'all looking to grow up around skate parks and things, because that was.
I'm ready to see y'all take over the skate parks.
Okay, it's summertime. We want to see the Black girl realness out there, honey, on the skates with the sun.
Airport. Okay. Gotta take it back to the fun time days, y'all.
That part.
Not better than me, honey, because I'm gonna need the little thing in the front that you hold on to with the with the tennis ball.
Yes, for the training wheels on the skates.
Woo, honey.
Right.
Okay. Okay, girl. You really ain't missed too much, girl. We just did a little check-in, a little hello, how you doing? You know, a little shout out to the IG folks or whatever. And we just jumping right into the what's poppin' section. So we just had to wish Sir and Rumi, the twins, happy birthday, you know, because it's been 4 years and it seems like it's been 6 months. Work, Beyonce girl, work. Now we jumping on this Chrissy Teigen situation. Let me go here and find what Mama said. You know, I hate when the girls issue statements, but Mama did issue a statement on Twitter. She says, I took to Twitter to try to gain attention and show off what I at the time believed was crude, clever, harmless quip, which is how I receive those things, but not being a target of those things, I guess I really don't have a place to say. I thought it made me cool and relatable if I poked fun at celebrities. She continued, in reality, I was insecure, immature, and in a world where I thought I needed to impress strangers to be accepted. She goes on to say, we're all more than our worst moments. And then, you know, goes on and says, I'm not trying to, you know, get sympathy or anything like that. She exactly says, I won't ask for your forgiveness, only your patience and your tolerance. Okay. I receive all of that. Growth is a beautiful thing. Chrissy has been getting this for a long time. The gag is nobody was saying these things when she was hauling off in Trump's ass. Nobody was saying nothing about, oh, she's such a troll, she's such a bully, when she was hauling off in his ass outside of, you know, his supporters. So I'm like, girl, where was all that uproar and noise? And then after office, you know, a couple of things, I guess, have come up from her past, and everybody is coming out with these things about her. I guess, especially since her brand now is, you know, mother, wife, cooking, you know, cookware line, all of these things. Part of me is like, okay, she grew, and part of me like, y'all full of bullshit. Here's why. So when I mentioned Michael Costello earlier, right? So Mama had came out and made her little statement about Chrissy Teigen made him wanted to commit suicide, all of these things. Followed that up, Leona Lewis. Y'all remember Leona Lewis?
Yeah. Love.
Yes. Come on, Bleeding Love. Mama came out and released her statements and said that it's the same thing happened to her from him.
Oh,
She was supposed to do a show for charity, a little fashion show or whatever. And I'm not gonna read her whole rant because she went on her stories and let have. Basically, Mama says that he was supposed to dress her. She got there. She was made to feel uncomfortable and awkward because of her body size. He didn't want to alter his gowns, which were runway size, to fit her. Day before she finds out he pulls out, she cannot wear his dress, therefore she could not walk in the show, and then had to come up with an excuse as to why she couldn't walk in the show, because it would have looked bad if she tried to defame him. You know, and then she goes on, what is the last thing she says? She's like, we're all trying to do our best and learning. I'm sorry for anyone who has gone through any kind of bullying. I'm also sorry I've ever hurt anyone without knowing. You know, she goes on and on and on, saying she has no ill will towards him, but also you can't be 1 minute trying to play victim and then the next minute not taking accountability for the things that you have done to others.
Exactly.
That's where I'm gonna leave that with Chrissy, because people be playing with Chrissy all the time, but then when it don't go their way, it'd be a whole nother thing.
And another thing, if it gets too bad, like we was just talking about off camera, like sometimes you gotta mute people, sometimes you gotta block people. Like there are things to do. Get off social media. There are things, put the damn phone down. And another thing, which is why I thought something was kind of funny about him coming out and saying that, if I designed a dress and Beyonce wore it to the Grammys, the top music event of the year, you couldn't tell me shit. So I knew something was a little shaky about him.
And he's been accused of throwing around the N-word here and there, these types of things. So it's like, okay, sir, hurt people, but this wasn't your moment. Mm-hmm. And now all of your past receipts are coming up and now you're quiet. You probably should have stayed that way. Moving right along, Ray J. Now y'all know how I feel about Ray J. I do not be caring for Ray J. Now Ray J is wonderful television, honey. Mm-hmm. But Ray J just be doing a lot for the girls, and I just can't. And
he's a drama queen.
I'll never disrespect Brandy's brother. Right. Like that's Brandy's brother, and I love Brandy, and he didn't have her back all these years or whatever. But recently, Ray J, I guess, was asked about his relationship and cheating and all of this. This is what Ray J says, y'all. Men and women sometimes slip up. Young know what I'm saying. How many times they do and how many times somebody forgives is another thing. If you look at the Animal Planet, this is where he lost me, and you see the lion and the tigers and the bear, it's the V in front of them for me. But okay, he continues.
Okay, Jazmin Sullivan. Okay.
Girl, okay.
Because baby,
first of all, you ain't gonna see no lion, no tiger, and no bear all at the same time unless you at the zoo.
Again, Miss Thing says, and y'all, it's not me misgendering, it's just I almost refer to everything as she, her. It's something I'm working on, girls. See what I mean? He says the head lion, he's smashing everybody. The head lion running through. This is his natural instinct.
You know what?
It ain't wrong for him. Trying to, I guess, say that it is the male experience is that it is a natural instinct to see, in the context of the Animal Planet thing, you can't say it's okay to cheat because they're animals and they're not cheating. See, now you are a human and you have entered into a monogamous relationship. So now there are certain things that you are supposed to adhere to that separates you from a fucking cat. Okay? Now, if you want to be like a fucking cat, there is ways to do that. You can say, I don't enter into a monogamous relationship and just go ahead and let Princess Love know now. Like, hey, we tried this, I cheated. We tried it again, I cheated. I don't do monogamy. So unless our relationship can move into a space that's not monogamous, I can't continue this relationship with you.
You see how easy that was to communicate? Instead of getting in a whole marriage and being like, I'm gonna commit to you and only you. And then when the girl gets mad about the vows that you said to her, it's an issue. If you're not monogamous, don't portray that. Be you, be free, be part of the animal kingdom. It is okay to feel that way. If you do not want to be monogamous, do not enter into monogamous titles, do not enter into monogamous situations. Be you, be free, bang the whole world. Don't
bang the whole world, baby. Don't bang the whole world.
Y'all heard what Lil Wayne
You're not monogamous. What you mean? You're not monogamous. You don't know everybody you bang.
Right, and that's okay. It's
okay. I'm not judging you, but just don't enter into a marriage and make someone believe that that's what you want. Now, if that's not it, the communication, he just laid it out plain. Hey, monogamy is not for me. Like I tried it. It's not for me. That is completely 100%.
And it is.
Okay. See how easy it is just to communicate to your partner and be like, this is what it is. And then you give them the option to continue with you.
Here you go.
Not continue with you. And then when it comes to Animal Planet, honey, y'all know I live for an animal documentary, honey. Lives for an animal documentary, girl. You cannot refer to the whole animal kingdom system, but there are many of animal, bird, fish, whatever, honey, that mate for life and will only find another partner after their partner dies. It's just the facts. So, girl, if you're gonna bring up the Animal Planet with the lion and the tiger and the bear, honey.
Jazmin and very limited, but okay.
Okay. That's all I'm gonna say about that, honey. Just let Princess Love know what it is. And y'all keep y'all business to y'all self. I feel the same about Safari and Erica, but I'm not even gonna go there.
And
We will skip right over that.
Okay, don't just watch one Discovery Channel documentary and think you know everything about the Animal Kingdom or about relationships.
The nigga said the head lion. I'm sitting here like, what the you mean the lion and the rest of them are lionesses? But you know, this is none of my business.
Read.
This is none of my business. The last thing I want to talk about in our What's Poppin' is, honey, the Stallion is back. Megan Thee Stallion is back on the motherfucking scene with a new video. That shit, honey, put your hands on your knees. Okay, we all live for Megan. I live for Megan. I live for the video. What I really gagged for was the message of the video. Honey, all y'all old white conservative men that was sitting back there on your keyboards complaining about the WAP performance at the Grammys and all of this and all of that be the same ones hiding in your basement, hiding in your office, sending your kids and your wife to the park, honey, so you can go on and beat that thing to some Megan and some Cardi and some other, you know, y'all search engine is probably giving Pornhub Ebony is probably giving that.
A Stallion.
So y'all give y'all life to the black girls, and Megan was basically like, you know, we all know what it is, and here it is. You want to see me throw that ass, so I'm gonna throw that ass. So stop acting like you don't want to see that. And I said, Megan, girl, you look so beautiful, girl. The body looks right, girl. The knees seem like they have repaired and healed just right, girl. That little school singing you did, girl, was everything sis.
The Stallion is like, she's the new generation leading lady of rap to me right now. Because I know like a lot of people say, oh, Doja Cat, you know, and I see Doja Cat in the lane that she has. Amazing. I love what Doja Cat is over there doing. Right. But as far as like, I guess because I relate to Megan, because I'm from the South, she's from the South. So like her flow, her style, you that too. Everything about what Megan is doing, like her personality, the way she shows up, and the way she carries herself. I see it for her. And that's why I'm gonna call her the leading lady of this new generation of rappers.
Absolutely.
I got to give it to her. Like you have to
what I would say about Megan is if people have so much of an issue of the way she entertains, because she is an entertainer, she is an artist. Why is she charting? Why are the numbers high? If you don't like it, don't watch it. However, you're watching it, which means you want to see it. Trust me, all of her fans are not my color.
You're right.
All of us are not body, yaddy, yaddy, all this other stuff. Those are the things that you guys entertain. And if you like Megan, you like the Stallion, honey, that is the Stallion, that is the Queen of Texas. Give her her coins, give her her flowers while she's here.
Mm-hmm. Right, and just let it go. Just, you don't have to explain yourself to nobody. If you like what you like what you like, and just let that be said, and quit fronting for your conservative friends or whatever that you don't like that and you so offended, because the gag is you not offended and you not upset. Because, you know, when you don't want to watch something, you don't have to. I see award shows all the time, and you know what they do? They give you the lineup, and then you know what they do on top of that? They introduce the performer. If it's somebody that I don't care to see, it's immediately to the kitchen to make me a snack, kind of, while whatever is going on the TV is going on the TV. So for y'all to have watched the Grammy performance enough to have write in complaints and things of that nature, but you watched it all. See, that's the confusing part.
The whole thing. You didn't have to watch it to critique it.
You didn't have to watch it at all.
Exactly. You knew what was coming. You just could have chose not to watch it. But y'all go ahead and watch Megan throw that ass, honey, because it's everything as it always was. And girl, it is truly a hot girl summer, honey, with these degrees outside. So y'all gonna live y'all best
Hell girl
life.
summer.
With that being said, that is the end of What's Poppin' for this week. let's move right along into it. Q, you got something for us.
Oh yeah. This week the topic, what I want to talk about is letting the ones behind us know and some of the ones ahead of us know. Like right now, we in our 20s or we in our 30s. We don't have it all figured out. And like it's okay to not have it figured out. Like it's okay.
Say it again, repeat that line.
It's okay to not have it all figured out.
Mm-hmm.
You have to sometimes you may have to take 3 steps back to just get everything together.
Mm-hmm.
And then at times you can take those 3 steps back, start walking forward, and then have something push you forward 5 steps. And you just rolling with it. Like it's like it's all coming at you fast. And there's not like a rubric for it because we were the ones told, just go to school, get your high school diploma, then go to college, major in something good. Just go to college and get a degree. When you get out with that degree, you can find a job. With that job, you know, you can get the house.
But you got your fucking degree.
Like, oh yeah, you can work for it and you can just have it all.
We were misled, honey.
And like, mind you, this is coming from someone who turned down medical school, went on the tour, looked at everything. When I saw the words pathology above like the doors or whatever, because that was the field I wanted to go in, I felt nothing. I felt empty. And like I thought about like, is this what's gonna make me happy? When I look back on it, am I gonna be happy with this? Is this really what I want to do? And I flew home, and I remember talking with my mom. I asked her to have lunch because honestly, that was probably like the biggest thing to me was her and my dad. I felt like they would have been let down when I told them, like, I don't want to be a doctor. So getting back home and asking her to lunch and talking to her and hearing her say, baby, this is your life. At the end of your life, you have to be happy. I cannot sit here and say, go be a doctor. Because if you go be that doctor and you're not happy later on, what have you done with your life? You've just pandered to me.
Besides the title.
Like when she told me that, it kind of blew my mind. And that's when I felt like I was just standing in the middle of nowhere because I didn't know what the next thing was going to be. But mind you, this whole time, I have the degree. I'm working in a great field, making good money, but I'm using it as a stepping stone to get to where I want to be, which I thought was med school. And now I'm like standing on this stepping stone and I'm looking out and I figured out where I wanted to go. But at the time, I didn't know. So it was kind of like I'm just standing here. I'm standing still. And that can be frustrating. That can be irritating. And I'm a type of person, I planned out, like when I was in high school, I planned out how everything was going to go.
My planning is laughing at me right now.
Yes,
on that. And like from high school to college, first of all, college was not how the teachers made it seem.
baby.
Because they made it seem like, oh, it's going to be so strict and you're just going to have to be here, you're going to have to be there. When I say you are really loose, wild, and free.
Ooh, baby.
Like you have to get it on your own. You are loose, wild, and they ain't gonna care whether you turn something in or not. They ain't gonna hound you down about it.
Loose, wild, and free like a Mustang, honey.
Yeah.
Wow.
Like, and so like you go through it and you have these feelings. Number one, what I want to say is if you have these feelings, like let them out. Talk to somebody about it because trust me, you are not the only one. And that's the mistake I made. I thought I was the only one who was feeling like, oh, I'm doing something. I'm going to school for something. I'm getting all these classes, but I'm not sure about this. Because I always thought, oh, this is what I'm supposed to do. But what I thought I was supposed to do at the end of the day, it wasn't going to feed my soul. So I had to let it go. I had to walk away from it. And I'm 29. And now I'm finna go for what I really want to do. And I'm about to start doing that. And it's honestly like one of the best feelings in the world because it's a freeing feeling. So don't get caught up on being the doctor, the lawyer, or whatever else, or the expectations of what your family members or what your friends want you to be. Like, you have to be happy with yourself at the end of the day. And if that means figuring that out in your late 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, whatever, as long as you can sleep at night and what you do feeds your soul, yo.
Amen.
That is my definition of fulfilling and of success. So where do y'all stand on this, or do y'all have any examples y'all want to talk about?
I always had examples.
I'm with you, honestly, because you have people in your life that trying to figure things out, including myself, trying to figure things out about what they want to do, whether it be with relationship, with their life, career, whatever it may be. It's like, if you are in your 20s, that's when you're trying to figure out what you want to do. You don't have to have it all figured out at this age. Stop listening to, like you said, Q, stop listening to your friends. Stop listening to your family. Do what makes you happy. Because at the end of the day, you're the only one that has to live your life. So it's a lot of people that I guess try to please others and not trying to please themselves. They know what they're doing is making them happy, but at the end of the day, it's like a pullback or drawback for, oh, I wonder if this is gonna make such and such not like it, because we have those people in our lives that don't want you to do something, but it feels good to you, it makes you happy, but you don't want to disappoint. Yeah. So it's just like a thing of do what makes you happy at the end of the day, because you are the person that have to live your life. That person has lived their life, still living their lives. So, I mean, hey, put your damn boots on and get the kicking, cowboy. Cowboy up and cowgirl up. Let's do it.
I'm glad you said they still live, because that's what I always think about sometimes. Like, you'll be sitting up at night wrecking your brain over somebody, and they'll be at home sleeping like a baby.
Honey, peacefully. Peacefully. Ain't had to count no sheet, none of that, honey. Just hit the pillow and just be
just out. Stressing.
Yeah. Honey, I just want to say success is not equivalent to what type of degree you have. Me personally, going to school, I knew that. I went for an RN just because I dedicated that portion of my life only to God. So that's not for self-validation, self-glorification, or anything. That's only to God. And I have no desire to do that long term. That's just my dedicated work to my spiritual being. So when I say that, I am one of the ones that I happen to be at the point of not knowing what's next. I can't even give my schedule because I don't know what I'll be doing in 2 months. After my assignment is over now, I have a 13-week assignment. After it's over, I don't know what I want to do. I've moved plenty of times throughout the years. I've been to different states throughout the years, and I have no clue as to where I want to be, what I want to do, and that is completely fine with me.
Okay, it is okay.
It is okay. I don't have to have it all together because I may be destined for something else. So it's just like, why stress myself in my 20s? I'm 29 at this point.
Exactly.
Why stress it?
Yes.
I may not be here in 2 weeks. Who knows?
Yeah.
See, I'm a little older than y'all, but I feel what everybody is saying. Like, in high school, that's where really, depending on what type of student you are, junior high, is where you start getting the pressures for the rest of your life. You're asking a teenager who doesn't know who they are, what they want to do until the last day they work.
How?
That is unfair and unrealistic in many cases. There may be some people that at the age of 5, they know they want to be a teacher, they know they want to be a vet, and they go and they do that, and they are happy for the rest of their lives because that's what they know they want to do. And that is okay, but that is not everybody.
It's not the majority.
No.
In your 20s, like you said, Q, college, especially our generation of people, because we were told things by a group of parents that had to find a job and try their damnness under all circumstances to remain at that job, because the idea of finding another one may not be as easy. They may not have had the education to back them to go find another job. There may not have been a plethora of jobs for Black folks, period, dot. So when you found something that afforded you a certain lifestyle and able to care for your children, maybe you did stick that out until the day you die. Maybe their parents did do that, and their parents did do that. We were kind of in a space where we were told this thing in high school, and then we got to college, and like you said, college wasn't what was said it was going to be. So really what college turned into is I'm just figuring out who I am as a person. That's what college really turned into.
That's what it is.
It was less about the academics at a certain point and more about who am I, what do I believe in, what don't I believe in, who are my friends, how do I know, how do I judge people going forward so I don't get hurt by this relationship that hurt me before, this friend that let me down before, how do I not let that happen again? You're learning these types of lessons. And these are lessons people cannot teach you in the classroom. These are lessons that you have to take your personal experiences and then move forward with them. That was college for me. Towards the end of college, once I figured all that out, for the most part, is then where it was like, oh shit, I do need to graduate. So, I do need to graduate. So let me get these last 2 years in so I could cross somebody's stage, honey. And then really, honestly, a part of that was not even so much for me. Like you saying, KD, that was for other people. You don't want to let family members down. You don't want to let parents down because you're supposed to graduate at this certain time and you didn't send out your invitations and bitch, you got your grades back and bitch, that fee is not looking as cute as it was, child. So you really gotta do what you gotta do to try to graduate on time. I feel like your 20s and even in your 30s, which I am in, you are still figuring out who you are and who you want to be and who you want to show up as in the world. And all of that, you know, your career is in all of that. What you want to do for your work is in the midst of all of that. And me personally, I don't necessarily think one is more important than the other. Yes, you need food on your table. Yes, it would be nice for you to have clothes on your back. All of these things, yes. So if you have to go work at the Target to just make the ends meet, because unfortunately in the world you do have to have a coin, but that doesn't mean you have to be like, oh my God, you know, I failed this class and now I can't move forward in the field that I wanted to move forward without retaking the class. And, you know, without all those stresses, you don't have to do that to yourself. Like Q. The moment I met Q, it was med school. From the moment I met him, it was med school. And it was like that throughout the entirety of college. That was the path that he had chosen, and that was what he was working towards. We all had our paths that we were working towards at the moment. And then life came in at different points in our lives and was like, well, girl, are you sure? Well, girl,
No.
what you're not gonna do is that. I'm just gonna let you know. You're not gonna do that.
It's
Life
gonna-
has shown.
Of medical school. Life hit me in my face. And I was like, oh no. No.
Right. And you know,
Kimbo
I
and
graduated.
I stopped college and went to the military.
Indeed.
And so many people did. And that, because you know, security, benefits. I don't really know what I want to do yet, but I need to do something. You know, we all go through those things, and nobody should feel bad or feel down on themselves for doing it. And we shouldn't be making other people feel bad or down on themselves for doing that same thing. You may be 50 and decide you want to change careers. That's between you, your bank account, and who you be praying to at night.
I know a 54-year-old woman right now who's about to go back to nursing school. And then she says she's going to take the track to become a nurse practitioner at 54.
Ain't nothing wrong with it. Do it.
Whatever.
Whose timeline? Who's on whose timeline?
Whose timeline?
Thank you.
I personally don't know Doctor Strange. So, bitch, whose timeline? Like, I'm just saying, your life is only yours, and all them people you trying to impress, honey, when you go do the thing that they wanted you to do, and then the thing is not making you happy, and so then you get into situations who I know people personally, very close people, family members, who did a thing to make other people proud of them, to look up to them, and they didn't want to do that thing. And subconsciously, they destroyed everything around them that created that thing that they wanted to do. They self-sabotaged themselves. Subconsciously they did, because that was not something that they really wanted to do. They did that for parents' approval. They did that for the uncles and aunties that had did it before. They did it for all these other people. And then they self-sabotaged themselves. And then they were left with nothing and had to start over. And all those people that they had tried to impress, only things they had to say, well, I wonder what happened. He was so good at that. And what a shame. Just threw his life away. These are the things that these people have to say about you. Nobody is coming to pick you up and be like, it's okay. What's next, though?
Right.
Keep that in mind when you be making your decisions or not making your decisions. Either way, that shit is okay.
It's okay. Take your time. Get in your creative space. Do what you need to be creative. If you need to take, I took off about 3 months work.
She did.
Just to get in a creative space. And none of it had anything to do with being an RN. Nothing. I went to school all of those years. I worked 3 jobs to put myself through college. And I took 3 months off and nothing had anything to do with being an RN. What made me happy. I would prefer to skate. I would prefer to train people and be, working out, promote fitness and things of that nature. And it's just like, you can do that in nursing, but that's just
right. I mean, I had a friend
I want to venture off, but do something else.
Right. I had a friend I had in college reached out to me the other day. A friend that I didn't even know followed me on any social medias. Reached out to me just to like, hey, what's up? What's going on? Like, just, basically just giving me my flowers for the type of personality that I had while I was in college. And then he was like, are you working in the field? Because we were in the same program. We pretty much graduated in the same program. He was like, are you working in the field? And I was like, no. Nor do I at this stage really have a desire to work in the field. And he was just like, man, life is really something. Because he'd been through a couple of things in his life. He was like, life is really wild. Because he's like, I wish I would have like lived as free as you did in college instead of being so caught up in this thing that I thought that I would do forever. And then I feel like I missed out on some of the experiences that I could have had. People say that all the time. I was not trying to do that, and I'm still not trying to do that. I'm not trying to do that because, as we all know, honey, life can be very, very short. You never, ever know. Honey, there's friends that I grew up with that I lost in college. Okay? You expect everybody to live to 80. That just ain't the tea. That just ain't the tea. And I'm not trying to have, not too many regrets, not too many things I wish I could have done. And there was a time period where I wanted to, and I had the means to do it and then didn't do it because of something that really didn't mean anything to me. I think people should do the same.
I mean, honestly, yeah, because what I've learned about myself is don't put me in a box. And I think that was my biggest thing with myself. I was actually trying to put myself in a box because I was so used to people trying to put me in a box. So then you start compartmentalizing yourself. And for me, that just became irritating and I felt claustrophobic. So even within college, because I pledged, but even with that, at the root of it all, I felt like I was being put in a box at a certain point. And so like that's another thing. It's like, life happens.
Life fucking happens, y'all.
You see, like you go through it and you see it for what it is, and you have the situation, you have the experiences. Honestly, like that's what college is. Go for it. Don't be afraid to, like Jay said, live out loud and be yourself. Don't be afraid to talk to whoever you want to talk to or befriend whoever you want to befriend. Yo, just be you. Be comfortable. Because when I tell you, it's gonna be enough stuck up people. It's gonna be enough people who like you just gonna see for a semester. You know, it's like it's gonna be so hit and misses throughout college. So just go for it and just be you. But just know once you get out of college, it ain't gonna be handed to you on a silver platter. Everything is not gonna go as according to your plan, because that is a one crazy thing that the old people used to say, and I used to hate it, but then it came back to bite me. You can't plan God's plans.
Absolutely not.
Meaning you don't know the story. You don't know what's going to happen. It's like you're living it, and you can try to plan it all you want, but it's always going to be something that's going to pop you right in your goddamn face.
The gag is give yourself a little outline for your life and trust and believe. Life and God and the universe and whoever you pray to is going to feel that bitch right on in for you. Okay?
Okay, come on.
Give yourself a little outline. And that's it.
Have them enjoy them, but don't let those experiences or whatever you do box you in, and don't box yourself in.
Amen. Thank you, Q, for bringing that subject up to date. I mean, I didn't realize it would hit like it hit.
Me either.
But it did hit because we're all kind of in a space of like, we all still figuring this thing out, bitch. According to this weather, tomorrow this whole rock can burn the fuck down. Okay, according to what's going on in the atmosphere. According to what's going on in the atmosphere, honey, Earth ain't promised. Okay. I love that you brought that up. I'm glad that we put that energy out into the atmosphere. Y'all live y'all lives because you don't get another one. It's very rare that you get a true second chance. Yep. So, baby, live that thing on out. Okay?
Okay.
Any final comments on that before we move on into our next?
Mm-hmm. With that being said, and me living my life, don't try me.
And you know who you are.
And you living my life.
With that being said, y'all, please drop down in the comments. Let us know what you think about the topic that Q brought up today. Please tell us what you think about it. Tell us some of your life experiences. Have you had to rebrand or restart yourself? Let us know what's going on. We love to share that. We love to communicate with y'all. So drop down in the comments on YouTube, drop into the comments on the post on Instagram, whatever. Just reach out to us and let us know what's popping. With that being said, we're gonna move right on into the pits. Let's get into the pits for the week. KD, start this thing on off.
Well, my pit is gonna go out to this guy in Florida that was basically a high-speed chase situation, and he ended up throwing a baby at the deputies that was following him. Yeah,
human baby.
Yeah, a baby. Like toss that thing like a football.
Oh,
Like,
okay.
throw it at the deputy. You're already in a damn high-speed chase.
Wow.
But you put your baby in danger already. But you're gonna take the baby out and throw it at the deputies. Luckily, they caught the baby. Ooh. But it's just the thing of you put the baby at risk and you threw it. I don't know what they have going on down there in Florida, but they are really, really wild down there.
It's the Tina for me.
It's Florida water.
I don't know.
Because I'm just trying to figure out in my head, bitch, what in the Crash Bandicoot? Because what was the baby gonna deflect?
That portion.
Like, did he think he was throwing like a bomb in a video game? I'm just trying to wrap my head around what was the purpose of
throwing the baby.
Go off.
Why would you? I'm confused because you threw your baby, but in the first place, I wouldn't even have my baby in that situation.
That was his baby, Kim? That was his biological baby?
Yes.
I mean, regardless when you threw a baby, but
yeah, so it's like, what? Like, why would you, first of all, put your baby at risk in a high-speed chase? Because some deputies, they're going to hit your car to make you flip.
Thank you.
Some going to, put spikes down to bust your tires out, which could cause a flip. I mean, you putting your baby at risk already. Why fucking throw it?
You know, all the time.
You don't deserve kids. I'm just gonna be honest.
Was it or was it?
We want to know.
It's Florida. I'm gonna leave it at
okay, girl.
Okay.
That says a lot, and all I'm gonna say is y'all really got to be careful with who y'all be having children with, honey.
Mm-hmm.
Baby,
these screws are not on tight.
And I just know she took him back. I know she did. I know she took him back. I know she took him back when he apologized.
She be in the pits next
my baby.
Why you do that? You with your silly tail self.
Oh.
Don't do that no more.
You got something else, Katie?
That was it for my pits.
That's all you got for the pits? Q.
Yes.
The pits with your almost empty glass.
Yeah. He is really working me down. Piers Morgan, dear you. I just want to say, number one, mental health has become increasingly put in a spotlight in the recent years. So a lot of people have been talking about it, researching it, finding out about it, doing different studies on it. And everybody agrees around the world that you need to take care of your mental health. Naomi Osaka withdrew from the French Open because of that, because of her mental health and what was going on between her and the media. And they actually fined her for it. So number one, fuck you to France, to the French Open, for what you did to Naomi Osaka, but also fuck you to Piers Morgan, because you said that she was using that as a cop-out. Number one,
obligated to perform or be in your event. That's within her right to pull herself if she wants.
Thank you.
And before that, Mama was just gonna pay the fine and just not do press. And then they threatened the Mama saying that they would boot her from the situation. And then Miss Mama said, "Oh, well, girl, you ain't got to. I'll collect my racket and my bag and I'll go home." So it wasn't good enough that she was gonna pay the fucking $15,000 for y'all. Pierce, go ahead.
I mean, number one,
Black folks' business.
Right. Thank you to the French media. Y'all fined her $15,000 for that, and she ended up going home anyway. But number one, if that woman doesn't want to talk about whatever it is y'all want to talk about, that is her. Thank you, Miss Phoenix. Please, again, for the people in the back. Like,
she doesn't have to.
My job is to hit the ball over the net.
That is so simple. Why can't y'all respect this woman's right to say, "Hey, I'm not in the mental space to do this. I'm not doing it." Like that's just the number one. Fuck you, Pierce Morgan. The number two, you are still obsessed with Meghan Markle, another woman of color. She does not want you.
Does not want you.
You are married. And what I want to light into you about, because you gave this whole story about how y'all went on one date and y'all were talking. Well, come to find out through the timeline, you were married at the time that you went on a date with Meghan Markle, trying to talk to her. Go home and see how your wife feels about you in the media talking about this, because you're still married to her. But yet you're still going after this Black woman who wants nothing to do with you. Again, you know what? Fuck it. To end what I'm finna say, quit fucking with Black women. Let them live.
Please let them live, because don't nobody want you, and then you apparently despise them. So wouldn't it be easy for you just to stop giving a fuck about them if you don't care so much?
Here we go.
You're obsessed.
Sound hurt to me. Quiet as it's kept. That he's the one that was in Megan's video. He's the one.
That was him.
White men like him.
Ooh, come on. You know what? I want every Black woman in the world, when you hear this, cut on a song by another Black woman, Mariah Carey, "Obsessed." And I want you to just blast it loud wherever you are. Obsessed with it.
Oh, Mariah's talent is undeniable.
Erica's gonna pop up now. I told y'all last show. I told you last show about that.
Mariah's ability to be petty and put it in a song, honey.
Why are you so obsessed with me?
Pierce, go fuck yourself, or somebody. I would love, that's one motherfucker I would love to see what the search engine say. What is in the search engine?
You know it says interracial.
What is in the search engine? It's definitely giving interracial tea. It's definitely giving interracial tea.
Okay.
Miss Phoenix, girl, you got anything that's going up in the pits this week?
The only thing I'm gonna put in the pits is just to elaborate on what Q said. Athletes are athletes. If they are performing their sport and at a high level, leave it at that. The press conference, the media, and all the rest of the stuff came from you guys that are trying to capitalize and gain money from those people. They don't owe you that. That's their talent. I'm sorry. I'm sick of seeing LeBron James dragged through the media. Like, I'm sick of it. I wasn't a huge LeBron James fan. Everyone knows I'm a super fan of the Lakers. Mm-hmm. However, I would say that man's personal life and things of that nature, his political views and stuff, regardless as to whether he put it on a platform on his social network or not, anything, that has nothing to do with you. You have your viewpoints. You are voicing those. Allow that individual to do the same thing. Learn how to separate athletes in their personal lives. They do not have to do press conferences. Mm-hmm. I don't want to talk after I lose a game, and half of the time I don't talk after I win a game. So
like, I just got done working. I just got done working, bitch.
I gave you the sport. I did my job.
Right.
That's just like you leaving your job and your boss saying, "Come on, let's do a 30-minute meeting." You're just trying to go home after you clock out. Like, no, you don't want to do that.
So I'm not obligated to be here.
When the game is over, they clock out. Let sis go home, deal with her mental health, and do whatever she needs to get herself back to the better version of her. Let LeBron James go home, recuperate, spend time with his family. Because guess what, guys? He actually has a family outside of sports. So basketball is not just 100%. Like, he doesn't have to do those things.
The older I get, the more I get it. Because I used to be one of those members of the Beehive that used to be like, Beyonce, please put a meet and greet, girl. Please, can we get a meet and greet? But now I get it. I'm like, girl, not after singing and dancing for 2 fucking hours straight, girl.
No.
You want me to come out?
Mama wants to get off stage, wipe that fucking makeup off, take that fucking wig off, and go home to her fucking babies.
Okay.
So these professional athletes, it's the same. They go after on the court. It is literally their job. They're getting paid for a service.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, they're getting paid for a service. Once they're done, if they want to be done and go back to their room and fucking decompress before their next match, let the girl go back to her room and decompress for her next match.
That is it.
Y'all want, what was her name? Anna Kournikova. Y'all want her to be a top tier tennis athlete so bad, and it never happened, and it never was. Like, y'all don't want us to be in y'all shit no more. But I'm sorry, the Williams busting shit wide open. It's all hours now, honey. It's all hours now, honey. Just let it go.
Serena and between Serena, Venus, and Naomi, ain't none of y'all finna eat in tennis no time soon.
So just let it go, girls. We know what y'all trying to do. We can see it from a mile away. Y'all have done this to us before. Y'all trying to get the fans to be like, boo, 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 don't let them back in. We don't want them to play no more. Y'all did the same thing with Tiger. Granted, Tiger was a dirty motherfucker, and especially when he started talking about he didn't want to be black. But nonetheless, honey, we have seen y'all try to do this before.
We know the truth.
We can see you.
If you nigga, we can see you.
It's okay. You can be whatever.
With that being said, I don't really have a pitch this week. I'm just gonna co-sign everything y'all said. Fuck them, and fuck them. And can y'all just let us be black and exist? Okay? Because that's what the girls are trying to do. Just trying to be black and exist. Thank you in advance. Thank you in advance. With that being said, thank y'all again for tuning in to the Pits Podcast. As always, subscribe, like, comment, notification bell, find out what's going on. The IG be popping. So if you're not following us on IG, _Pits_podcast. We got all kind of posts going throughout the week, all kind of polls going throughout the week. I think there's one on there right now. Oh yeah, what is it? Does anybody remember? Hold on, let me see. Sabina.
Something about, are you explorative?
Yes, are you explorative or non-explorative in your life? Go on and jump over there and answer that question. Don't be ashamed if you're a boring asshole and like to stay home. That's fine too. Nothing wrong with that. We just want to know. We just want to be nosy and know. With that being said, we sign off, guys. We appreciate y'all. Keep giving us the love. Keep following. Keep commenting. Happy Pride Month and happy Juneteenth. And yes, for the people in the back. That's the one. You have nice handwriting. All right, bye, y'all.